Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight, it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins. An early season tilt, and when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Well, the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his third season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Great beginning there under the bright lights of primetime.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in primetime is on you.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From midfield now, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The numbers for Mixon last week, 18 carries, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Going to go down. They sack him back right around a 30. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
For the 2nd consecutive season, Tua as a starter and Miami as a team both had winning records but missed the playoffs. His numbers, they weren't terrific, only 2,600 yards and 16 touchdowns against 10 interceptions, but he also overcame fractured ribs early in the season to return and play well down the stretch. And don't forget, when he did come back, he led Miami to 6 straight wins, which kept them in the playoff race.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The Dolphins looking for win number 2 on the year. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So Miami coming out for their second drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now Burrow. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Burrow will throw. His throw incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. On now, the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on Teron Armstead, the left tackle. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Tua going to try and go quickly here. On 2nd down, Mostert. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Tua on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Well, the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. First down, here's Burrow.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the... All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
This taken in at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? It's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Liam Eichenberg, second-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be a third and about 13. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Two and a throw again. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So now here come the Dolphins. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6.
Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in.
It's a big play there for Miami. 48 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Gaskin. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Oh, he fakes a spike. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A toss left, Mixon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Running on first down with Gaskin.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On third down, here comes Mostert.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and that will force a turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that
taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase,
99 yards.
And the Bengals use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope.
So Tua and the Dolphins down 16-15. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Play action, now it's Tua. Rolling to his left. He's got it complete to Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Tua. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Tagovailoa. They complete it to Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Tua to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for their fullback. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Here's Mostert. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now Tagovailoa out to his left. And he is going to get in. But there is a flag down. And this is in the area of holding. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. To throw is Tua. And he is going to get in. But there is a flag down. And this is in the area of holding. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Back to throw is Tua. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Here's Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Dolphins, they pick up their second win now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.